There are some techniques and parameters that you can add to your families and projects that can perfectly show how professional you are. In this video, we are going to learn one of them, which is creating a fully parametric openable door. This family might be a little bit advanced, but trust me, I'm going to explain it as simple as possible so anyone with any level can create it. First, we are going to go to family section and we are going to create a new family in generic model. In this part, I'm going to first create the references. Click on this section, create one in this part. And I'm going to create its parameter with this align dimension from this part to here. Select it and turn it into a parameter. Let's go with width. Okay. Then again, we are going to go to create tab and this time we're going to create a reference line exactly from this point to here. Okay. I'm going to first align it with these lines. So we are going to use align dimension again. And I'm going to click on this section on this reference line and then press tab to find this point of your reference line. Okay, and then create a dimension with 0 value like this in here. I'm going to lock it so we can keep this line always in this section. We're going to repeat it for this one too, exactly from the same point. I'm going to click on this section and with tab, we can find that point, create a dimension in here, and then simply lock it. After that, we are going to create the angle. Again, I'm going to click on this line, reference line, and then click on the reference plane this way and create it exactly in this section. I'm going to select this angle in the create parameter section. We're going to give it a name. Let's go with simply angle and click on OK. Now we just created the base of our parametric door. I'm going to go to family type and let's first test it. For angle, I'm going to put this on 20. Okay. And for the width, let's go with 1.2 meter. Okay. All of these sections are working perfectly. For this part, for controlling the length of this door, also I want to create a dimension exactly from this point to this part. With tab, you can find that point like this. Select this length and set it exactly on this width that we have in this part. So these two sections can be always the same value. After this, we're going to simply create the door. For that, I'm going to go to the 3D view. And in this part, I'm going to change the scale so we can see everything better. I think it is easier to create it in the reference plane. So I'm going to set my work plane on this part. I'm going to click on this section. Okay, exactly on the reference line on this side of reference line. Okay, and in this part I'm going to click on this front and okay. Now anything we create will be set on the reference line, and in here we are going to simply create the door with this simple extrusion. I'm going to select this rectangle exactly from this part to here. Okay, then we're going to set some dimensions to control this part too. I'm going to use this dimension from this part to here. You don't need to align it with these lines because we are not going to use it. We are going to use and set the size of this door based on these parameters that we are creating. This is for the width, and I'm going to create another one for the height too. Select it and go to this part. I'm going to set it with exactly width. Okay, and for this part I'm going to create a new one which is going to be our height. Okay, let's hit finish and go to the ref level. Okay, apparently the width that we had for this door is not working, so I'm going to go to the 3D view, and in here we're going to create another dimension to set and match it exactly with this line. Select it and select the same width we had in this part. Okay, If we go back to reference level, we can see it. This door, the extrusion we created is exactly aligned and with the same size of the reference line. Okay, for its thickness, we can control it in this part. I'm going to turn this one also into a parameter so we can control it anytime we want. Thickness, okay, and okay again. Let's go to the family type, and in here I'm going to change the thickness to 30 and click on apply. Okay, let's also check these values in here to 50, apply, and this part 1 meter, apply again. Perfect. Before we load and use this as our door, openable door, I also want to create a line in here. This is the annotation. This is not going to be visible in our project. I want to create a line, a circular line, an arc in this part so we can see the way our door is going to open. If we go to annotate tab, we can use this symbolic line. In here, I'm going to select this type, center and arc. Simply start from this corner to this section and to this part. Okay, lock both of them, and then if you want this line to move with this side of door and to always be fixed on this section, you need to create a dimension for this part too. I'm going to click on this arc and click on this section so you can have this angle in here, and then I'm going to set the value of this dimension with the same value that we have in this part. For that, I just need to select this parameter that we created before. Now if we go to the family type again, I'm going to put this on, for example, 89, and if we apply, you can see that both of them are working together. I'm going to load this into a door family. Let's go to file, create a new family in metric door, click on open. In here, I'm going to go back to my generic model and simply load this to the family. Okay, I'm going to place it in this side. Let's change the sizes that we have. I'm going to put this on 45. For its height, I will match it with the height of this door, the parameter that we created for the extrusion. I'm going to set it with the height that we have in this new family so both of them can be matched, and also we are going to repeat it for the widths. Okay, I want to bring the thickness too, so I'm going to click on this part. Since we have this thickness in here but it might be for some other thing, I'm not going to match it with this one. Let's create a new one, thickness, and I'm going to click on OK and OK again. Also for the angle, I'm going to make it as an instance parameter. So let's give it a name, the same angle, and click on this instance. OK, OK, and OK again. Perfect. And now the only thing we need to do is to align this side with here. Use this align option or AL as its shortcut. I'm going to simply click on this reference plane and then click on the point that we have in this part. We might not be able to see it, but I am sure that it is now selected. Click on this part and then lock it. Repeat it for the other side. Make sure you are selecting the reference plane, not the object, not the wall. I'm going to click on this section and again click on the same point we had in this part. Lock it, and now we can simply load this into our project. Project number 1, click on OK. Let's go to architecture and create a wall. I'm going to create it in this section, and in here I'm going to simply place my door on this part. Okay, now to test it for the last time, I'm going to go to this 3D view. Let's select the door, and with this instant parameter that we just created, I'm going to go with 20 degree, okay, and also 58. Perfect. It is working parametrically and highly accurate as we set it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I will see you next time.